Good morning, everybody. This is another new lesson that we're going to have today, and it is entitled. We are now on Unit 1, Lesson 4 of our module, and today we're going to discuss, or this video is going to discuss about um, different types of media. And right before we start, mamba ko anay, mga iban sa inyo did not follow the instruction of how are they going to make what are they going to do with the video. Some, out of all three sections na ginandol ko under MIL, mga pila lang ata ang nagsunod din sa instruction. Okay? So, rest assured na itong mga nagsunod sa instruction will be given a corresponding grade. At ang mga wala, hindi, bala sila na. Okay? As long as I made a way para maubra yung video, para masunod yung instructions, ang very specific din na instruction. Kag hindi lang malakas yung ginahatag lang sa GC, sa Messenger. So gusto ko gina-video guide kaya para at least mabalaan ninyo kung ano dapat ninyo mabalaan, right? Kag mabalaan ninyo kung ano inyong himuon nga sunod. So, before this video, I have already sent you, okay, nag-send ako sa inyo sa mga obrahon yung mga performance tasks. If hindi ko makapasa yan, because wala nyo follow instruction, it's not my fault because I have given you already the instruction, and that is by watching on the YouTube video when gina-upload ko. And if hindi ka makapasa, then that's not my problem at all because I think I did not made a mistake or I did not make a gap para maghatag sa instruction. So I hope that you have received the message and you will do everything accordingly, right? And today, before tayo mag-start, I will be giving, I would just like to tell you that we're going to have 2 lessons for today, okay? And these 2 lessons, though I made some adjustments with these 2 lessons. This video will just focus on media convergence or on different types of media, and then the second lesson or the next lesson or the lesson 5 that I will be sending you later, okay? For today's activity, dapat matapos na 2 aton class because damo-damo kamo sa MIL, damo-damo kamo class ang inyong what do you call this, i-klase naton, damo-damo gid nga lessons pa. That's why I decided na taga meeting we will have some 2 lessons na i-discuss, okay? Okay, now I will show you the video, okay, or the lesson that we're going to discuss today. Last time, we tackled about information literacy, right? We tackled about information literacy, and I also sent you the video, okay, about information literacy. And that's lesson 3, right? So now we're going to discuss about lesson 4, the types of media, and then the other video that I will send to you right after this lesson 4 is about media and information sources, okay? So now let's focus first on the different types of media. So here are the outcomes. Classify contents of different media, okay? So we're going to go into that. Present media through its relevance in the real world, right? Because as what we've said, media is everywhere. Media are everywhere, and we use media, and media influence our life in any way possible. Relate media with culture. Now, here is the instruction. Do not answer this activating part because I know that it will be too hard for you already because you need to download the file and submit it directly. So I just decided for you not to answer the activating prior knowledge na part. Did you get it? Ma-answeran nyo? Hindi. Hindi pag-answeran. Next, ang acquiring new knowledge will be opened. Okay? I-open ko siya ang acquiring new knowledge so that kung hindi ka makaintindi, for example, may mga na-miss ka mo sa akong ginhambal dire sa video man you can actually go back dire sa may acquiring new knowledge because it will be the content of our discussion today. Okay? So, kung i-review nyo, dala lang mo review. Now, next, applying new knowledge. Answeran pa ni sir yung applying new knowledge? No. No. Okay? So, basta matingala ka mabala klase na dira sa inyong Moodle or sa inyong M-Rooms, wala sa applying new knowledge because kinhide ko na siya. Kung ara man ang applying new knowledge, kung nakita nyo man gapon ng applying new knowledge, hindi nyo lang napag-answeran. Okay? You just put it aside lang, hindi nyo lang pag-answeran, hindi nyo lang paghimuon. Okay? Now, next, ang assessing new knowledge, sir, for this lesson. Answeran hindi. As what I've said, always sa gina-answeran, ari siya class. Okay? Aring assessing new knowledge, always gina-answeran because this is recorded and graded. Okay? So, tanan ini class, ang duwa lang, bali sa lesson nga duwa lang atong focus, acquiring new knowledge, and the assessment part, or the assessing new knowledge na part. Did you get it? Okay? Now we're going, I hope nga hindi na mamangkot sa ako sa GC ha, o hindi na mag-PM sa akin kung anong instruction ko. Just do what is told you, what is told with you on this video. Okay? Next, we're going to tackle about acquiring new knowledge. Acquiring new knowledge. So as what I've said, our discussion for today will focus on the different types of media. Okay? So, ang muna class natin focus for lesson 4. Now, we're going to start. There are different forms of media. Okay? Basta mambal ka mo black class nga ang media can be, ang media is the press lang or social media lang and whatsoever. No. They are just part of the different forms of media. Branches lang na sila. Now, we're going to talk about the different forms of media kaya para may idea ka mo kung paano mag-classify balas ng types of media na makita nyo or ma-experience nyo in your everyday lives. Okay? Now, we're going to talk about it. First is the print media. Print media are materials that are written and are physically distributed. Books are the very first mass media in human history. So, by the definition itself, mabala naton already na ang print media class are materials. These are materials na for example, this one is a book, right? So, this is a print media already because there is paper na ginagamit and it is physically distributed. So, mauyaptan mo siya, okay? So, this is physical interaction with the material. That's why it is print media. Did you get me? Okay? So, ang print media class is the physical or the materials that are written. Magkamakita written, of course, nakasulat, may organization of thoughts. Okay? And then, physically distributed. So, dapat mabatsagan din sa tao or gabasa for it to be considered as print media. So, dapat mauyaktan. Okay? Example of it, ang mga books and everything. Example of it, pagit ang mga newspaper. Right? Ang mga newspaper ninyong nagkagamit, ang mga resibo, right? Ang mga resibo ninyong mga makuha sa mga grocery stores, that is what we call print media. Okay? So everything that is printed on a paper or every material that are printed and mauyaptan mo siya physically, that is what we call print media. Next, these are some examples. Abante, Bandera, okay, ang mga newspaper na and mga magazines, pag yun nga makita nyo, right? Mga Mega, mga Appetite, ang iba sa inyo ganito lang, tapos ang Playboy, right? So, wala akong gina-generalize tanan, pero some of you are familiar with Playboy, okay? Which is for adult tani nga content. Next, so ang muna example ha, tandaan din na ang definition. Next, film and cinema nga media. It involves motion pictures to enhance the media experience of its consumers because of the audio-video component which heightens both senses of hearing and senses of sight. Now, class, magambal kita nga motion picture. Okay? These are just basically picture pero gahulag. So, of course, the video siya. Okay? So, ang mga film and cinema nga mga media, okay, these are media na ga-involved to class sang pagpukaw sa inyo nga mga hearing senses, and then sense of sight, okay? So in that manner, this is what we call film or cinema media. Because gano sa class, deal kita with your own auditory nga mga senses and then your sense of sight. Okay? And because of it, a lot of people are fond of watching movies or videos because they think na they learn a lot better when they are watching rather than just reading. Okay? There are people like that na imbes nga basahon na lang nila, galantaw na lang sila. Okay? Because it makes them learn more and it makes them enjoy more what they are watching. So this is what we call. This is considered impressionable and has a cathartic effect on its audience. Mga makita cathartic effect class, though may gapabilin, malakas nga lesson, okay? Though may mga realization ikaw nga ma-learn about it, about sa mga video mo nga ginalantaw, right? So here are some example, mga Sunday, mga film, na of course, dili man sa ato na develop in the Philippines, right? So some of you are fond of watching Marvel nga mga movies, right? Ako fan ako sa Marvel nga mga movies. So we're going to click man if you have questions about the Marvel, you can just ask me anytime. Okay? As long as my time ko, I will answer it. Because I enjoy a lot when there is video. I also read books, so it's just balance, wala class, okay? So I hope you also develop the sense of reading sa inyo man na own term. Alright? So next. Next is the broadcast media, okay? Broadcast media comes in two forms, the radio and television. So take note of this. They are considered household media because they can be found in particularly any corner of a home. According to Baran, radio was the first electronic mass medium and the precursor of television. As what I've said, Balaklas, sa previous ng mga video, we cannot separate, Balaklas, ang influence of one medium or ang different or ang mga nauna nga mga media sa gina-develop ng mga media today. Okay? Because class, ang mga nauna nga mga media, they influence lang, okay, ang mga na-develop pag ng media. Right? Hindi sila nga mahambal kita nga ang media, nga ang medium nga ini, na-develop lang siya originally, nga hindi siya class daw related sa mga nagliligad pag ng media. Related na siya gapon, okay? Is wala na ma-develop na bagong mga media if not because of the influence of the past media. Did you get me? That's the point right there. Example pagid, paipareho ni sa example, sambal nila nga ang radio kuno was the kumbaga ninuno, okay? Ninuno or daw iya balaklas nga ancestor magambal kita sang television. Because na-influence ang radio ang television, right? Makita mo sa television, there is sound. Okay? Sa radio, there is sound. So, ang sound ang na-influence sa may television. Gindugangan lang plus sang another naman nga bago nga development which is the motion picture. Okay? Nang makita mo gid. Okay? Hindi mo lang mabatian. So, gin-combine ato and we have television. Okay? Example of it, sa mga broadcast media, okay, because that's what we've said, ang radio and television, okay, they are both, what you call this, broadcast media. So, example of broadcast media, Wave 89-101, mga radio station class like this one. Then, of course, ang mga ABS-CBN, right, mga broadcast media. Okay, next. Video games, of course, this is another type of media, okay? So this is a media na which is very relevant sa kabuhig na today, right? Because you always gampang kamo sa mga video games. Example, video games increase their interactivity and interconnectivity through the internet since it has made it easier to address a wider audience in all corners of the world with a short span of time. Ako, I play COD or Call of Duty. And sometimes, di ba, because of its interconnectivity, wala class, and walang makakonect siya with others, may teammate ka, right? Miskin diin pa na-allocated ang teammate mo sa Guapa na siya or anywhere else in the world, as long as isa ka mo ginahambang, you can be a team together, okay? So that is how powerful media now, okay? Because of my video games na subong. And that may be because of the influence of another type of media, which is internet, okay? And then later on, we will discuss more about it. And I know that some of you are playing ML, right? And you will have team, okay? Ma-team ka mo, may mga nagambal para pabuhat or whatsoever. So that is what we call sa muna ang mga video games. Okay, so there are top 5 games across digital platform as of June 2016. I don't know with Subong, because this is from June 2016. It's Call of Duty, game number 1, FIFA, Grand Theft Audio, Overwatch. So some of it I am not familiar. Okay, I'm just familiar with some other things lang. Okay, next, ang Counter-Strike o wala nila na. Next is type of media, though lima lang na sila kabilog class, is new media. It is a digital media that are interactive, incorporate two-way communication, and involve some form of computing. Examples of new media are social media. So sa diin na bilong ang social media, in this type of media, that is what we call new media. That are social media platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, or any other social media pa na ginagamit mo to interact with others, and some of it gina-solve via class, and nabalang some of it ara sa phone nyo, pero it acts like a computer, okay? Because it solves your problem, it computes your problem, and everything. It computes it solves your problem on how you connect with others, even though they're very far away. So that is why, class, it's like a computer. Okay. Next. Now we have come to the end part of our video. Okay, or to the end part of our lesson, which is what we call the media convergence. Now there is a pretty some confusion with what is really media convergence all about. However, we are going to clarify some things about this media convergence para mas mabalaan nyo. Synergy and convergence describes media in today's society. Synergy, according to Free Dictionary, is the interaction or cooperation of two or more organizations, substances, or other agents to produce a combined effect greater than the sum of their separate effects. Okay? So first, we are going to define synergy. Kung synergy, class, kumbaga, these are separate nga mga organization, malakas, or separate types of media, pero gina-combine lang siya all together kaya para mag-greater ang effect niya. Example, hindi class ang synergy, ang ABS-CBN, okay, nagkuha sa class sang ginbakalya or nagpatindog sa class. Di ba ang ABS-CBN network is focus sa film and broadcast, pero class nagkuha sa class, for example, sa what we call this, nagkuha sa, for example, sa radio nga channel. So in that manner, gin-combine ang television and radio, may synergy na. And then, nagkuha pa yun sa class sang, what do we call this? Nagkuha pa yun sa bisang ginatawag ng media, or nagkuha pa yun sa, for example, dalang I'm lost in thoughts na, in my thoughts, nagkuha pa yun sa class, for example, sa publishing house, okay? Kaya para makapaprint pa yun sila newspaper, okay, and everything. So, kaya parang tanan nila nga ginaubra ba na class, ma-distribute nila not just using one platform, pero damo pagid kay para ma-reach pagid ang damo nga tawo and then mag-greater pagid ang effect. Did you get it? That is what we call synergy. Okay? Now, Though may pagka-similar lang sila sa convergence, pero there is a slight difference. While convergence is combining parts to form a whole. Okay? So, amo naman yung class ya, ang combining different parts to form a whole. Okay? They can be similar with each other. For example, ari pa siya, media organizations, okay? Media organizations prefer to provide a variety of ways to deliver their message easier and faster to the audience. So, sa mga media naman na class, this is one of the goals of both ideas. So, pareho lang sila sa synergy and sa convergence, though may similarity lang sila because they really want to cater to a lot of audience para ma-reach nila. However, magamba kita class convergence, though it combines different types of technology bala class or different types of media, okay, para bala class maging easier ang life or daw ma-access mo na lang everything through easy ways. For example, ni class ang ginatawag tang convergence, convergence in banking. Diba? Last time, kung wala ka ni class, may gin-combine din ang duwa. Banking your money and the internet. So, gin-combine ang duwa. And magambay kita class nga convergence, there is combination. There is mix up. There is a mash up. Okay? So, for example, in banking, there is convergence in banking kung ang banking physically, okay? Kung ang banking malaklas nga idea nga mahulog ka kwarta or masend ka kwarta, gin-combine sa internet. Okay? So, gin-combine ng duwa. Internet as another form of media, then banking as type of media man, gin-combine sila class, and now you can do online banking, right? So, kung may online banking, dila ka na lang ma-send kwarta, dila ka na lang makuha kwarta, and everything, right? So, and then gamit lang ang internet, right? So, gin-combine na sila nga duwa, then that is what we call already as convergence, right? So, for example, pagin, mamati ka ba music, okay? Mamati ka music. And then, kinanglan mo gid magdala class sang mag-travel ka, kinanglan mo gid magdala ayan sang radio ay para mamati ka ng internet or mamati ka lang sa music kay gusto mo may music ikaw habang ka travel ikaw, so madala ka gid radio? No, okay? Because of convergence, okay? Again, liwat ang convergence is very effective gid and very monumental sa class sa aton nga kabuhi as people because it made our life easier. Okay? Hindi ka na magdala yung radio, yung class whenever you go. Okay? Because there is convergence with radio, already with the sound. Then, may ara na kita class, gin-converge mo ba or gin-mix mo na ba sa imong, class, sa smart. Okay? Or sa imong nga phone. Sa imong Android nga phone, gin-combine ang media nga Android nga phone kag ang music, okay, through radio. So, pwede ka na class, i-combine mo na sila, iginbutang sa isa ka platform, which is the Android phone. May mga radio ng sa cellphone, right? So, gin-converge ang radio sa isa ka technology or sa isa ka media pagid. Then, that is what we call already nga convergence. So, ma-access mo na class ang mga music or ang radio na gusto mo pamatian class ang mga music. For example, mamati kapag imbis sa isa ka DJ. So, hindi ka na magdalagi na radio class whenever you go. You have your smart, you have your cellphone. Okay? You have your Android phone na mamati ka na lang or even iPhone. Mamati ka na lang whenever you go, isa lang imo dala. Then, pwede mo pagidagari class masulod ang online banking sa cellphone mo. So, that is still convergence. Okay? So, gina-combine mo na siya and everything as long as you are combining different types of media. Okay? That is what we call convergence. Did you get it? So, I hope you got that. Example of convergence, ano siya? Books. Sa books naman, di ba? Sa una, physical na lang gid nga book. However, because of convergence, there is what we call e-books, print on demand, mga mama, sa newspaper class. For example, sa una, di ba, newspaper, physical lang gid. So, kinanglan mo rin ba naman dala newspaper? No. Ang ibang class, ginabutang na lang online version, pareho na sa mga Philippine Star, na may mga article sila online. So, that is convergence. So, may mga mobile application na nagka-contain sa mga newspaper. Right? Next, magazine. So, magazine sa una, ano gidya? Kung formia class, ano gid? What we call it, physical gid. However, because of convergence, meron na sa mga online na mga na-publish and everything, movement from print to television. Okay? Sa film naman, sa una sa film, makadto ka gidya class, right? Makadto ka gidya class sa may tawag din sa sinihan or whatsoever. So today, may mga films na ma-access mo online or ma-access mo mga different platforms like balang ko sa isip nyo, Netflix, right? So, ara na sa Netflix mo, or even nga ma-download ka lang ka sa internet, and then i-save mo lang sa laptop mo, and then malantaw ka sa laptop mo, that is already convergence, right? So, sa mga concept movies, sequels, remakes, okay? Franchise, television, comic book, video game remakes, right? So, sa film na. Radio, digital radio na subong, podcast, radio and television. Sa television naman, sumiyara ka television, may DVD. So last time, television lang yung class na makita mo. Pero subong may DVD ka na. Diba? May pwede ka na butangan tape. And then malantaw ka dila. So that is convergence. Video in the internet. So ang television subong, kung ano makita mo sa television sa una, pwede mo man makita sa may internet na subong because may ara ng mga I1 TV, right? May Netflix na gani. So that is what we call, may ang mga mobile video nyo could be played already sa mga phone nyo lang. So that is convergence. The mixing up of media. Simulation. Advocacy sa video games na. Sa internet and World Wide Web. May mga Wi-Fi capable television monitor na and everything. So last time na class, may convergence naman in the different platforms. Example, diri sa atong ginagamit. So, ang camera lang din sa laptop, for example, ang pwede mo magamit sa webcam. However, because of Droid Cam, na pwede mo ma-connect imo phone sa laptop mo class by using just one Wi-Fi lang na IP address. So, pwede na mo class, i-connect mo ang phone mo nga camera, ay himuon mo nga camera sa imo nga laptop para mag-video call ka, clear ka, makita mayan imo itsura. So, convergence mo na class, right? So, mo na class ang power of technology. So, I hope you have learned something about technology. Now, or about this lesson, ang ginatawag ta na different forms of media and mga convergence. Okay? So, class, ari sa class ang video. You can access this on your M-rooms. Okay, just click it, then it will bring you directly to this video. Okay, sa among video. Okay, may link sa aton nga lesson. Aring link ya kaso, okay, sa dalong. So, hindi ko na pag-i-play ang video. Just watch the video all by yourself. Kaya para gamay lang ba na class ang i-upload ko dali sa YouTube. Okay, so this is now the end of our lesson. I hope that you learned something. Excuse me. So what are you going to do right after listening to the discussion that I will have for lesson 4 and lesson 5? You need to go directly to the assessing part, sa assess na part. So assess na part, makita nyo na siya class sa of course sa end of your example here. Okay? So amo ni sila ni for lesson 4. Now, sa no ko i-close class ang duwa ka quiz, duwa ka assess nga part. Sang lesson 4 kag lesson 5. Saan ko na sila i-close? I-close ko na sila class by saan ko na sila i-close? Dali lang. I will close all the deadline for it on September 28. Okay? No. It must be on Sunday, class, okay? I will close the 2 assess part of lesson 4 and lesson 5 on Sunday, okay? At exactly 11:59 p.m. So, dapat before Sunday, class, maubran na ina ang lesson 4 and lesson 5. Did you get it? Okay? Kaya para pagka Lunes, okay, pagka next day, wala na kang ubrahon. Kaya na-close ko naman, actually. So, hindi nyo na pwede ma-access. Okay? Kung na-late ka, sala mo na, kay kalawig, sometime wala ka nag-answer. So, right after this lesson, pwede ka na dahil ka-answer dito, review ka gamay, then pwede ka na dahil ka-answer sa assessment part para wala ka na ubrahon. Did you get it? Kay isend ko pa man sa inyo dugay-dugay ang lesson 5. Okay? Which will have another assessment na part na answeran nyo naman, then pwede nyo naman na answeran right after sa discussion na para hindi ka mamalipat sa inyo nga nabatian or nalantaw sa video. Did you get it? Kung hindi did class possible sa inyo na, then you can answer na lang it in your most convenient na time. Did you get it? Okay, so I hope you learned something today about lesson 4. Now, I will be sending the lesson 5, so I hope that you will listen to lesson 5. Okay? So, bye-bye. Before I end Galianay, I will show the groupings of the different people na kinanglan class you know the drill. Okay? You know the drill already, so hindi na ako maghambal. Okay? So, this is section Shanghai. I hope you got it, Shanghai. Okay? This is Rotterdam. Very good. And this is Hong Kong. Right? So I hope you got that. You know the drill. You know the drill. I will not say anything about it. You know the drill. Okay?